Alright, I'm streaming because I assume I'm ready to be to stream. Hello guys, how's it going? Look it, we're back. We're staring at something that's very familiar. I'm honestly just trolling with it. This is nothing. Well, okay. Anyway, that's irrelevant. Here we go. So I have made a new one. Yes, I made a new one. Don't even have to say what it is. And guess what? The whole thing in mind, survival friendly. Basically, what happened is that after, a couple things came up with the original, it got it brewing in my head, and then I came back and started messing with it again. That's what happened, all right? But that's a good thing, because inevitably I started, fixing it up, changing even more things. Remember, this was the one I showed off, and yet this was the, this was the updated one, right? Is what the tutorial says. It was the updated from the original. But then up here, I have the updated one, which, as you can see, I basically got these three things, and I moved them all side by side instead of having block spaces in between, contracting that space together. This is still kind of the way it is over there and such. And then here's the updated one. And this is not only updated, it's updated for survival. And I say that because it's actually, I think, the most minimalistic. It's a bit more minimalistic in the UI as far as I completely took out the potions, as you can see down there, because those aren't necessary in order for functionality to work at its peak. These I definitely think are necessary for you to know very quickly where to put stuff, and you would usually use the signs anyway versus the potions on the item frame. So I took out that. I made the whole thing instead of 5 blocks tall, technically, well, UI-wise, 4 blocks tall instead of 5 blocks. And also, as you can see, that side was contracted even on that one. This one has the entire left side all contracted into space right next to each other. Yes, it functions. It works, so no worries. This stuff right here, literally up to you. I left this space open. FYI, these are stair blocks, so then they can't be affected by redstone. This is all up to you. This is where the water was originally. You can tell by the fence. But you could throw a thing here and put all your glass bottles. You could expand your output chest and then throw water there and have your glass bottles or whatever. Honestly, the 3 full blocks here are totally up to you. I leave that up to your design. So I think that's nice. You guys have a bit of choice in that over there, the way you want that to be set up. Yeah, so this is all the same. FYI, I didn't say this before. The updated one, which is this one, it's 1.13 ready. So we did add in our slow falling and our turtle shells. I didn't really do a whole lot with this one, but I assume you're not going to be making a whole ton of turtle shells, is my assumption. But anyway, yeah. So, which the original did not have, even though I made a video saying how to update it, it was reasonable. So let's go back up here. Inevitably, this one is from the updated one, so it has the stuff with it. So yeah, 1.13 ready as well, with the stuff in there, inevitably. That's it for the UI. Obviously, you can see that this has been shrunk down. Still have your blaze in front, yada yada yada. Oh, so let me get to the back. Look at this. It's smaller. Yes, and the mechanics are different. I did change the mechanics in the machine. Still, it's the same functionality, but as far as the mechanics over here, those have been, even the original ones, all that and such, those have all been taken out, and I have redone the space here, which kind of takes care of a lot of the logistics of your potions. Over here, this side has been also redone. Basically, the whole thing's almost been redone, but this side, which is the kind of jankness, which was down there, that takes care of all those crazy potions like harming, invisibility, slowness, weakness, because those are the 4 odd ones out, the ugly ducklings. Redone it. It's I wouldn't say it's more pretty. I definitely actually think it's about as much or less resources as far as repeaters and such than that is, though it may be about the same amount because, as you guys can see, I contracted the entire machine by 1 block, which 1 block, but down here, as you can see, it's 7 blocks, and it stretches out to here. A lot of currents go on that. Up here, that doesn't exist. All the stuff has been pushed back in by 1 block, so yeah. Now it's only 6 blocks out. It's kind of nice. I've also done my best to move currents from the bottom here, the 2 blocks down, upwards. Let me see if I can get it. So yeah, the white one, the blue one, the yellow one's kind of close. I move those up. The problem with the gray one, yes, I wanted to move it up, but evidently there's like a floor, an entire floor of blocks because of where they are right now, and I basically can't get this one any higher than that unless, of course, I wanted to go outside of the floor of blocks, which I will not do. Uh, so yeah, it's been contracted, the whole thing, which is pretty sweet. You know, even the UI, as you could tell, has been contracted into its sides in order to make the thing a lot smaller. Replaced a lot of stuff with sand blocks. Now, last thing, and then the video will end. I'm trying to make it a short video, even though there's a decent amount to go through with a very new version of the old thing. As you can see, the UI definitely takes from it. But yeah, there's new countermeasures. Let me show you that. There you use what is this? Clion. Well, anyway, Lime and Clion are precautions, which the other ones didn't have. Do you guys see up here? Here's something I want to show you, which is really cool. I think you guys will like this because it kind of sucked. You see this thing, this button here, the 2-minute, just in case you make a mistake? Well, let's go to our updated one. Hey, the button doesn't exist anymore. Yes, it doesn't, which is sweet because now you don't have to do any of that bullcrap. The machine kind of makes sure it does its checks on its own. Make sure you're doing what's right. You don't have to remember anything. It's totally fine. So, let me show you what I mean by that. Hey, I don't have anything pulled. Let me just press begin. Yeah, it denies you access. You can do it as much as you want, which is pretty sweet. Also, I heard a torch burn out. But yeah, and then you pull it and it'll let you go. I'm not actually going to brew a potion right now. But yeah, so I have that precaution. Also, the lime, so the blue one, as you can see, is that precaution that stops that. The green is for a potion already brewing. What does that mean? That means you have a potion in here, let's say hypothetically, you know, repeat brew or not. You have a potion brewing right now, and then you, for some reason, decide to end it, which doesn't, you know, delete your potion. It keeps finishing it up. And then you decide to, you know, begin brewing another one, whilst there's one in there, which would definitely mess it up. Sorry, weird voice crack anyway. Yeah, that would mess up the machine because you're putting multiple of the same thing in there. So, I made sure you couldn't do that. So if a potion is brewing and you try to begin another one, you can't. It won't let you. So you'd have to wait until the other one's finished. So the button is out of the way. 2 precautions have been set in order to stop any bad things from happening while you use the machine. Whole thing's been contracted. UI's been contracted down, sides, and top, but all contracted inward. Yes, this is the new one. Do I have a tutorial for it? No, obviously I don't have one. I just built it this morning, so yeah. But it is looking real nice. I tried to keep, as you can see, it is technically 5 blocks tall. Redstone is what is the main thing. If the redstone wasn't there, I would attempt to make it smaller with the blocks. But frankly, the redstone is there, so it counts as an entire block. So it is 5 blocks tall. But the UI itself, only 4, so you could do your ceiling or whatever, of course. So yeah, it technically goes into the ceiling 5 blocks, but you know, inevitably you could make it. It's more like digging out very specific sections for the ceiling. Even these white blocks here don't actually have to be here as far as ceiling wise, just because, you know, they're filler. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go on rambling if I don't finish it off. So thank you guys for watching. This is the new one. If you guys want a tutorial, I will probably do one on this, but it would probably be a little while. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you all later.